Back in the kitchen with Lucy Greer. Lucy, did you hear that stuff in the morning show about how pumpkin's actually a fruit?
No.
Pumpkin's actually a fruit, just like tomato.
That's interesting. I heard it came from a Greek word, pepon.
Pumpkin facts.
Peapon, I think they said.
What is it?
Peapon.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
We'll check that.
We'll check that. Tell the folks what you're working on today.
We are making pumpkin bread, and we already got started with our wet ingredients. It was 4 eggs, 3/4 cup of canola oil, and I used 1 can of pumpkin puree, and we added 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, so we just mix that up. And now we're going to do the dry ingredients in another bowl. So this is 2 cups of flour.
So why does your sister live in L.A.?
Betsy moved to LA right after she finished at Auburn, I think, gosh, 5 years ago, 4.5 years ago, and she works in the reality TV industry.
What?
Yeah, so she's one of y'all's people.
That's cool.
And yeah, TV people.
This is kind of like a reality TV show every morning here in Studio 10.
Right now, she's working on the show American Ninja Warriors.
Oh, dude, I'm so awesome at stuff like that. I can jump up and like climb on those things. It's very cool.
I'm regretting bringing this bowl that's not big enough.
Is that the show where someone dressed up like a T-Rex and went through the thing? Yeah. That's funny. All right, cool.
Yep, so Betsy has lived out there and she's home for her friend's wedding, so we're excited to have her.
Cool.
So I just added...
Not a big enough bowl, but
not a
we're
big enough
moving
bowl,
forward.
oopsie daisies. So I added 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar, and I added a teaspoon of baking soda, and this is 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and then half a teaspoon of salt, and this is 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. And like I mentioned before, I'm using the just pure pumpkin puree, and we're spicing it up with the pumpkin pie spice, and that's cloves and cinnamon and nutmeg, all mixed together. So you just mix your dry ingredients together just with a fork, just so everything's kind of combined, and we're going to add it to our wet ingredients.
Do you have any ninja skills?
No. Well, I guess I've developed a lot more now that I've had the babies, and you can do so much. I mean, you can see in the dark.
Yes.
Because you don't want to turn the lights on. You can hold them and do things.
Do you have wood floors in the baby's room?
Yes.
Do they creak?
No,
Okay.
thank goodness.
Well, it's one of the main skills you have to have is if you do have wood floors in your baby's room, is you got to learn like where the creaks are in the ground so you can walk out of there. You brought up the babies Halloween. You guys doing anything for Halloween, dressing up?
Yeah, we are going to go trick-or-treating. They are all about Sesame Street. So Nick is going to be Cookie Monster and Jack is going to be Elmo.
Very
so
cool.
we're going to go trick-or-treating. Now they can walk and, they're running around and everything. So it'll be fun, I think, this year to take them trick-or-treating. I don't know how they'll do, but we'll see. I'll bring some pictures.
Very cool. We're looking forward to that, mixing the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients. When we come back, we'll continue to work on this in the kitchen. The recipe, of course, is online, the Studio 10 tab at fox10tv.com. If my mother-in-law is watching, which she always does when you're on, this is a recipe, Mary, that I'd like you to make. So please take note, and you can make some of this for us. That would be fantastic. Chastity.
Poor Mary. Why don't she make it? Mary has to make it.
I don't do bacon and stuff. I like
Mary, I'm
grilling
sorry.
and chilling.
I'm really sorry.